Hey, D3 Berserker here with a Diablo 3 crafting update. Blizzard just released patch 14, which made a number of game changes, and it also affected the way crafting works. The fundamentals are the same, but there are a few differences. So if we go over here, and you see level 4 for Blacksmith, you see 7,000 gold here. If you look at my previous video, at level 4, it was only 1,000 gold per train. So they increased the amount of gold you need to train blacksmithing. And now the other change that they made, if we come over here, is when you salvage, let me go here, when you salvage a blue item like this, you have a chance to either get well, you always get a subtle essence, and then you get a chance for a fallen tooth, which is a rare crafting material. Basically, they decreased the chances of getting a fallen tooth down from 10 to 5%. So that changed, which will, make these a little more valuable. However, if you did go ahead over here and salvage a yellow item, you get a fallen tooth no matter what when it's a rare, and you also get a subtle essence. So basically, that changed. Just with the blues though, there's no updates on what happens when you craft rares. So time will tell if those values have changed. And then if we come over here, in the beta at least, it seems a lot of the items, they increased the level which you can craft. I believe this axe was either level 9 or 12, and you see it went up to 14. I have a feeling this patch is getting closer to what the release client is going to be like when they release the game. They made a number of changes, including rings and amulets aren't going to drop to higher levels. So in the beta, you no longer can get those. Also, they increased monster damage, which is huge because people were complaining about, oh, the game's too easy, the game's too easy. So pretty much they went ahead and they made it a little bit more difficult. It's still relatively easy. And now just a side note on these items here. When looking through these blue items, I can definitely tell for the level range and where you're going to be in the game that you're going to definitely probably get rares or just better droppable items. We all know that the Diablo series is built around farming monsters to get items. So I believe, yeah, they want to make good items, and I'm sure there's going to be some nice, like, epic or rare items you can make. But if you look at the WoW, well, in World of Warcraft anyways, which I do see some carryovers from that game, I have a feeling crafting will max out at a certain point, and it's definitely not going to be max level gear. I have just a sneaking suspicion that Blizzard's going to release content updates, and just stuff like that that's going to add more items into the game, especially if they still have seasons, each season, because this game is going to be huge. We already know that. It's going to get a lot of people involved, and especially with the real money auction house, which you can doubt, which you can bet that most people are going to be utilizing. I know for one, I'm going to try to utilize that, but it's just going to be a bigger market. But we'll see where that goes. But anyways, those are just some of the crafting updates that have occurred in the patch 14. And then on a side note, I forgot to mention this if you're still watching. Supposedly, the crafting materials, it actually takes more now to craft items. So basically, it's going to keep you farming blues and keep you farming items, which is another big draw. Because the big draw of the game is farm, craft, get good items, beat bosses, and just have a good time. Overall, I think this is getting closer and closer to release, and hopefully the rumors are true that in April they will be releasing the game. If you got any questions or comments, please just leave a comment. And that's it.